Okay, I think I'm live. Oh shit, here, I forgot to. Oh shit, okay, let's see here. Hey PK, thanks man. ZZZ. ZZZ. You snoozy already? You sleepy? Or are we doing a triple zigzag? Zzz. Or are you just buzzing? Oh shit, are we on? Are we on? I can never tell if we're on YouTube. Haha. Yeah. All right. Well, so far it's just. Oh, are you in Japan right now? Oh, no kidding. Man, you're a world traveler. $2 a.m. You're a night owl too. God, 2 a.m. I'm out cold. Well, let's see if we can get someone else in here. It's gonna be just you and me, PK. We could do our own live stream. See, I have about 20 charts I could go through with you. I think we're broadcast. I swear, I think we're live. Let me check with Wonka. I think we are. But usually, we get a few more people by now. Is it going? Shit, I can't tell. Hey, oh, why do I not see that? Oh, I get a different, because my view is a little different when we use this. When we use this restream thing, so we can send it to multiple places. But as long as the resolution's good, that's fine. Okay, shit, I can't. I don't see. Well, maybe view analytics. Oh no, that's not gonna. Oh shit, that'll close that. Oh, maybe not. Oh shit, I'm not worried about it. Okay, so the mic is good. Oh, that's good. Okay, we'll get started here momentarily. Let me get back to my list here. Right. Okay, shit. Hang on. Gotta get to the right Discord. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. What time is it? Oh shit. It's only 11:31. Let's give it another minute or two. How am I doing here? Yeah, okay. So I got the whole lineup. All right. We are going to feature an Ethereum. We did a Twitter poll, and the request was for a long-term look at Ethereum. So I've got that teed up with a little help, kind of collaborative effort from PK, Sensei PK. You guys all know him and love him. He's my go-to guy when I'm wondering. Not because my other guys aren't just as talented, but they're working. Not the PK's not working. He just it's 2 a.m. where he is. God, I got to catch myself. All right, let's give it. I always give it till 11:35. Shit, PK's working at 2 a.m. Well, I like this. I had some good ideas today. 2:45. We'll get started in just 2 minutes. Who's that? That is Family Fun Time. Oh, no, family. As soon as we start here, I'll take that off. Yeah. It's just, you know, I leave that on until we start. Well, I got to make sure everybody reads the full disclaimer, right? It's such exciting reading. All right, what do you figure? We have to do that, right? People get a little crazy. Family Fun Time. I've bumped into you before. Somehow I've seen that handle before. Maybe YouTube, somewhere I've seen you before. All right, shit. I don't know if we're getting more people coming or not. Let's go ahead and get started here. So disclaim. We're fully disclaimed. All right, first up here. Now this is actually my rendition of it, but this is from. I should have warned you. White screen. Every time I see his handle, I just see Elton John. But this is Elon Jr. He's a relatively new member, and I can tell because he's working with the palette and the indicator package from the white belt, which I'm always glad to see them start with that. I used to use this more often than I do now, where you get this kind of a shadow of it's kind of a combo Donchian ATR channel. It kind of highlights the pivots, right? I used to use this a lot more. Still, I think useful. It makes your fib pulls easy because you see the flat lines. And so this is some really nice work. My guess he's coming in with some Elliott Wave experience. He's had some training because this is extremely well done. There's a couple of little tricky spots here which make me think, right? He's had some training. Now, what the Elon Jr. The only thing, I guess it did work actually, because when I clicked launch chart, it took me to a working version, but it didn't give me your layout, right? So I hit launch chart and then it took me to just a blank chart here, and this just, you know, people are so used to a black background here, so that's all I've done. So this is your count, but I've just added a little bit to it. So I just took here, let's just do it so you see what I'm doing. I took the swing low, swing high here because I wanted to see what the volume profile looked like, and this is just spectacular framing, right? You see how the value area is framed by the proposed triangle here, just gorgeous, right? And then don't forget to draw these, right? And then as we come back here, look where we consolidate before the launch, right? Just textbook, just, you know, TA, right? It won't. If you apply it and study it and work with it and maintain good money management, you should be making money. Simple as that, right? If you're not doing stupid things, well, I should say it that way. If your risk parameters are, you know, reasonable, the TA should guide you, right? It's when we get emotional, or you want it to go, or you know, you break your rules, you're like, I give it a little more room, all those kind of things that we've all done that really impact your results. So here, let me hide this just for a minute, but I thought that was just the framing here was just spectacular, so let's hide that just for a second. So we look at the count. Well, I guess we can get that out of here. Now it gets a little tricky in here because this is just a classic kind of zone where you're going, what? Oh, I can't quite get, what is that triangle, right? So 1, 2, now this gets a little tricky in here. Is it textbook? It's not textbook, but this looks certainly from here to here, this, you know, talk about impulsive, but then you might look at that and say, well, wait a minute, we've overlapped the 1. Well, true, but if we're working this as a triangle, here's the pivot of the 4. Right, so, there probably some purists would have issue with that, but I think not. And I've run this by, you know, some of my master Elliottians, right? And they all concur that there's not a better alternative. See, I guess the only alternative would be, and it doesn't affect the count, right? So this is just for the Elliott Wave heads. You could probably get by here and go 1, 2, right? And A, B. Oh fuck yeah. WXY. So do it this way, and they get 3, 4, 5 here, and then make this your correction. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It wouldn't affect the count. So is that a textbook impulse? No, but certainly this is impulsive. So I think you go with it. Or sometimes you just, and we're on a 3-hour here. You got to go with the implied count. Don't look for perfect with Elliott Wave. Right? It's just that's a fool's errand. It doesn't need to be perfect. Is it useful? Okay, well, we can make, let's see what I've got it below. Okay, so we've got just the kind of thing we would look for. You say, God, is it toppy? Are we done up here? Well, we can see the 5 swings. We get divergence. You know, the first, here's your, we'll bring in a little market structure, right? So it's actually pretty textbook, right? So here's your supply zone here, the little swing up here. We come back and we tap it, right? It's just fucking right out of a playbook. So swing here. So then we get the change of character, right? It's just right by the book, right? So we get, I mean, or you guys have heard me say many times, you can't trade Elliott Wave without trading market structure. You can trade market structure without trading Elliott Wave. Right? So if we're looking here and we go, okay, 1, A, B, right? Why would you think anything else, right? Again, is it textbook? Is that a perfect 3? Not really. But there's the implied count, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's a 3. 3, right? That's what we get, right? That's our correction, right? Now we get close, right? But we get a higher low. Then so here's change here. I could do this, right? We get change of character down here, and then I get change of character up, right back up here, right? So we get, right? So we get this here, change of character, right? So lower high, right? So this was the strong low, right? Off for a new high, it fails, right? We get a change of character, we come down. Now, you can make the case that, you could probably do it this way, right? So we get into the discount zone. Either way, right? You could do it here. You're still in the we're in log scale here. That'll tweak it. But right, my point being, we are in log scale. If I take it out of log scale, not dramatically different. What you see when you take it out of log scale is which you see a lot, right? It's good just to tune your eye into this. Okay, right? Seems to be we've got pretty. So whether you're Elliott Wave, market structure, Wyckoff accumulation, right? Tested, ripped. Now we're going from $1.70 to $11, right? So typically 3-4 times the range is where you would go to log scale. So I mean it's annoying to go to log scale, right? It's because it distorts things. But there's just times where the market demands that you do it. So if we look here, okay, if this is a completed impulse, right? It's not hard to figure this out. All right, we come down. Applying market structure, swing low, swing high. We get into if you wait, right? Here's one of the things I like about market structure, but it also is perfectly synchronized with Elliott Wave. If we're looking for a 2, where are we looking for the 2? Below the 50. Now, of course, there are plenty of times where we can pivot at the 23. Crypto is notorious, right? And Bitcoin in particular, for having shitty or confusing 2s that are not standard. Well, okay, ABC 1. Oh, that's mighty close. Right, but there's a 5 followed by a 3 followed by an impulse. Right now, if you haven't noticed it already, look what happens here. What happens here every time we come here? Right, algo fires. Where's its target? How do we know it's an algo? Right, not from this. It's from this. Right, you've heard me say that 25,000 times. Right, so that's how we know. Right, so we get a reaction at the target. So we don't have to wonder. There's no wondering. Geez, I wonder if an algo was involved. Shit, if it's traded and it's got any volume, trust me, an algo is involved. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this is. So what would you do right now, right? So the assumption being, okay, if this is going to be a 3, well, here the target is up here for a 3. Well, up in the 30s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we get there? Now, that's the most common. That doesn't mean it has to go there. Market's not obligated to do anything, but considering where we're coming from, shit, this could be 1, 2. This could be the 1 of the 3. But you don't want to pile that on just yet, right? So, let's just mark them out, right? It's just lazy to not do the measurement, right? As they say, let's measure twice, cut once. Okay, so here's a reasonable target. Could we do it? No, we're already stretching this one. and we have a deep 2, right? So we're the interesting confluence there. So we get to our algo target, and the negative 23.6 and the 2.618. Right as we're coming into some of this, right? It's probably not surprising. We get a little resistance right here. That looks like it was just another measured move, right? Oh, Jesus Christ, guys! I swear to God, I can't make this up, right? Oh, look, right? Oh, look. Two things to note: not the 618 into the pocket of the golden zone. I wonder if there's an algo involved. Right? How do we know? Not from that. It's from that, right? There's the reaction to that algo, and it keeps going. Looks like you got a series of shit. I guarantee you that's another one. It looks like you get a series, right? There's one. That's likely one as well, right here, right? 50-second target, right? So we know it's. What's the point of that? Well, you say, well, who fucking cares? Because we want to know how technical is it trading. Pretty damn technical. Okay, so let's get all this out of here. We can see some of these upper targets here. So, all right, well, so I'm giving you this bullish count. The one thing I would add to that is where's the worst possible place on this chart for you to buy it? Where it is right now, of course, right? We don't want to buy these kind of breakouts, right? We don't want to. Well, first, let's look below, right? So RSI is pretty hot. The OBVs, I mean, people are buying this. That's pretty hot, but we don't buy breakouts, right? Now. When I say we, I say that's not what we teach, right? We teach the exact opposite. In fact, we go out of our way. There's not a video I've ever done where I didn't go out of my way to say, don't buy it there. Right? Now, that's my opinion, right? That's based on my years of experience doing this as a technician. Does it work sometimes? Well, of course, right? Obviously, right? Breakouts have to succeed and we go sideways forever. So I'm not saying, oh, that can't go higher because we're at supply. It's never what I'm saying. It's just the risk here that's not. Again, as we started, right? If you are applying the TA with some money management and some, accepting that FOMO is something you're going to battle all the time, that's not the place to buy it, right? We teach retracement trading, so I don't buy breakouts ever, right? Only because, as you've heard me say this 20,000 times, I used to be a breakout buyer, right? After a while, you lose so much money, you go, okay, that's part of my trading plan now. I do not buy breakouts ever. Ever do I do? It's like a hard rule. It's like ingrained in my brain. If I see it, I just take my hands off the mat. If I'm even tempted, I walk away from it, right? It's just my suggestion over time, buying breakouts will be a good way to end up with an empty account needing to be reloaded. Okay, my opinion, right? Take it for what it's worth. All right, so if we look up here, 1, 2, okay, we could, I'm not saying we couldn't keep going. Oh, let's go, what's a 3 hour? Let's go to a 1. This is where indicators have some value, right? What's the divergence like? What's the momentum like? What's the OBV look like? That's a 1 hour. Does it look like we're about to launch? Well, maybe, right? You could probably talk yourself into saying that. Okay, here we've had this big push. We're consolidating before the next kick up. Well, fine, right? Again, here's FOMO, right? Here's FOMO in action. So if you're thinking that, why are you thinking that? Well, so fuck, I don't want to miss it. Oh, look at this thing go. I don't want to miss it. Well, so what's your thought, right? So if you're a breakout trader, that we're just going to keep going. The people that bought it here aren't going to reach a point where the temptation to take profit is going to be too much. Well, maybe if it's an algorithm or if it's a pro, right? Any retail trading that they can't wait that long. They can't hold it, right? Any shorter term swing traders, the temptation to take it, because what are they expecting, right? And if anyone has any Elliott Wave experience at all, they're expecting, well, hey, that looks pretty impulsive, 3, 4, 5. What does it not look like? ABC. I'm not want to say that. Could it be WX and we're going to go lower? Yeah, of course it could be. Would you want to trade it that way? So as we sit here now, we don't even really know if we've got, what have I got down here? Well, that's probably, that's perfect, right? It's what you want is for the 4 to come below 0, but not too far, right? That's what those bands are all about. I've got great divergence here, 3, 4. That could be the 4, we go to a 15-minute. That could be the 4. This could be the 4 of the 3 at this degree. See the same thing, right? You see the same divergence everywhere you look. I'm not calling it top. I'm just saying not a great place to be a buyer. You're giving into FOMO if you do it. So let's go back to the, well, shit, he gave me a 3. Well, we can stay down here. Let's well, now that we've got it, right? So we would start with this, right? That's your channeling starts there. Well, what? Right, now we get the ripper, so now we can do it. Well, here, I'm better to do it this way. What channeling is critical at Elliott Wave, right? So you got to pay attention to it, right? So now we get that. Okay, where do I want to buy it? Well, I got this nice little gap here. It looks 4-ish, right? So it just, right, always kind of a, all right, where does the trend stall and we consolidate before we're moving higher? Well, that's classic 4 material. 1, 2, 3, I would wait. Right now, I like this trade a lot. CleanSpark, shit, I probably looked at them before. I don't remember it. And then I would, a couple of things, right? So it's always a good idea. Well, let's see. Let's do this one first, right? It's always a good idea to get the volume profile. Okay, well, here's obviously, right? We had all the trading down here. Now we consolidated here, consolidating again. If we start to retrace, I want to see one of these high volume nodes, right? Kind of, right? One of these would be a potential location for that support. Now we don't know. Let's say we pivot up here. Bringing you over here. 3, 4, something like that. Well, here's high probability location. We're on the edge of value. If we don't want to get it too far, right? It'll fall. Right? This would be the last stand. But if we're looking at a wave forward, now I don't have the pivot here, right? So for all I know, it would be up here. But as it sits right now, if we just use the supply zone that's there, if I can get back to it right here, the supply that's here as a reasonable target. I'm in, okay, love it, but I'll wait for the retrace because I want to trade the 4 to the 5. Now, if you trade the 4 to the 5, what, right? If we get this, let's say we go 4 to 5. Well, even that may be a little hot. If you get it, right, the next question is, where did I complete here? Right, that's the big one, right? Could we get that far? Well, it's a high-class problem if you're a bull, right? You're not sure. So looking here, we know this was technical, so there's likely to be supply here. And you'd have this one. I mean, this is great looking work, right? So one to get on your watch list, right? If you trade equities. Reasonably priced, right? So you could buy some size, and then you could offset with some options. Right, so you could buy 100 shares and then work with some options for a little bit of hedging to give yourself a cushion in case you're wrong, right? So kind of an insurance policy. But that's just good. That's from Elon Jr. That is just really nice work, right? So again, he's had some training. Glad to see him going through our belt system and look forward to seeing more from him. All right. It's always one of the perks of this. I've mentioned this many times. I get many of my trade ideas from these live streams from other members, right? Like, oh shit, I hadn't looked at that. I can't even tell you the last time I looked at CleanSpark, excuse me. Okay, nice work, Elon Jr., although forever you're Elton John to me. Okay, Baba from CN Salazar. Love CN Salazar. Always comes through whenever I ask these guys for content. Okay, so what do we got, CN Salazar? Oh, something tricky because he's going into a line chart. So I was just reading about this. They got a big bump. Okay. So I'm assuming that's a 2 because well, I got to look at it, right? Look at that. That's about as close as you can get to an overlap. And not overlap it. 1, 2. Can't get much closer than that. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Glare from my window. All right. So, where are we here on Baba? This is a 30-minute chart. PA price action really sloppy, so use line to get my count. Not confident that the 5 is in. Yeah, I would agree. Right. Well, are we done here? I wouldn't give this a lot of time. Well, hang on a second. Let's get in there and look at that. Right, so I like this, right? So with this being completed now, right? It's good that he. Oh, that's a set of median lines. Good that that's completed. 1, 2, 3. We hold. Oh, you probably triangle that. Well, we're gonna know pretty damn fast here on this. All right, if that's the one, boy, again, shit that does not happen randomly. I get that right on there. Right. Anybody who thinks that's coincidence is new to the market. I promise you that is not. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, hold. All right, look how. Boy, the bears have been teased here brutally, right? This is within a couple of ticks. This is within a tick of overlapping, right, to invalidate that. Okay, all right, so this looks like you could have 1, 2, 3. That's deep, but it holds, right? So there's a. That's going to have to be diag. Yeah, you're probably all right to put it here. 1, 2, whoosh. I'd leave it there just because it's consistent, right? And here you've got the golden zone here. It's consistent with the channeling, and I'd kind of wait. So I like your thinking that, okay, if it pushes higher, there's almost no way to get this wrong. Well, I shouldn't say it that way. If it pushes higher and we get a bigger fifth, okay, well, something dramatic has happened because now we're breaking the golden zone, right? So swing high, swing low, right? So here's the, if you want to use market structure language, right? So here's your premium discount array, right? So here's what we're talking about. Right, so we've come back into the premium, right? So the idea being, well, if you want to trade this and you want to apply some market structure here, well, one thing we don't want to do is buy in the premium. We want to buy in the discount, right? We want to sell in the premium. Now, that doesn't necessarily suggest that, oh, the play here is to sell it if we get up here in this 5, although that's a reasonable thought. You say, oh, but not just to try and pick the top. I mean, there are times when that might be some radical divergence here, something you do that, but but just generally, you're better to wait for the lower high. Right now, at that moment in time, you don't know that it's a lower high, right? What you're looking for is this move, but it doesn't confirm until you get that break. Now, how far does it go? Well, then you go back to what does it typically do? Where do we want to buy, right? If this is our new, let's see if I pull it in here. If this is our new premium discount array, well, I want to buy if that's completes a 1, I want to buy into the 50. I want to buy in the discount. I want to sell in the premium, right? It's one thing I do very much like about market structure is it forces that discipline. Trades are you're going to miss trades. Trades are going to go that don't get in the discount. Or you're going to miss things. You're going to miss trades, right? You can't get them all, right? So you got to what ultimately over the long term is how you have to think of it, right? So if I'm buying in the discount and I'm selling in the premium consistently, over time, you'll be just fine. Okay, so Alibaba. I mean, so we can understand why it stalls here, right? That's duh. All right, we understand why it stalls there. If it's done, okay, well, what are we doing, right? It's just standard Elliott ball, right? We come down here. Yes, I'm buying in the discount. I've got good risk reward. I've got great upside, right? I'd be buying into the third, right? If that's the third, well, here's 8 to 1. Why would you not take that trade? All right, something you said. Let's go back out a little bit. All right, I always say that because I really, it's not to challenge, right? It's to say, okay, why would you not? What's not there that would support the idea of taking a trade there? Often my conclusion is if you're not taking this trade because it sets up so nicely, it's because you've got something you like better, right? And we can only take so many trades. It's kind of a bumpy finish, but son of a bitch, does this hold an impulse? No, it doesn't. You can't go, well, fuck, that's already a little bit fucked. Yeah, it's frustrating. Is that all wick? No, it's not, right? So that's a clean break. So we don't have a clean. I can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So maybe some sort of diag. 1, 2. Oh, that's not a great 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's kind of the account that's implied there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like a series of God damn it, get off my mouse. Looks like a series of threes. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. It's great? No, it's not great. Tradable? Definitely. I mean, this is telling, right? So it's no surprise that it's technical. I love it down here. So it's not quite ripe, it's green banana, but tee it up, right? Watch list comes down, right? You've got free capital. No reason not to. That's a good one, CN Salazar. Okay, Ben B. Hope you had a good time. Yeah, because I was off last week. Yeah, it was fun. My son graduated from a military program, and so I went down for that graduation. Leave it to the military to do the graduation on a Wednesday. So I had to travel Tuesday, Thursday to be there Wednesday. Okay, so that looks good. That's why I was out last week. Okay, Ben B. We are looking at Arch. Copy link. Okay, give me a sec here. Yeah, I guess. Let's look at Arch Resource. Arch Resource. Never looked at them before. I don't know them. All right. Well, there's the classic. Whoa, it's not a 5. So what do we do? 1, A, B, C. Well, that's a big. That's quite a 3. You'd have to do it this way. Yeah, it flies. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no question about that. 1, 2, 3, 4. What happens in there? So, triangle. Oh, that's a little fucked, actually. What are we doing with that? Actually, it looks like we're going to have to finish it here. Well, so let's do the whole thing, right? See, this is, again, careful about constantly looking for it to be perfect. Doesn't need to be perfect. Let's come down. Let's go to white. What are we calling that? Well, so, I mean, there's an example. Do we really care, right, what that is? It's consolidation. I mean, it's almost uncountable, right? I mean, one of my wizards could probably count it, but fuck, I mean, it almost really doesn't matter, right? It's just a box of consolidation, right? Market stalling, right? So okay, but we can look at that. So when I see that, I go, okay, well, what's being implied there, right? That's what I see. Looks corrective, right? But it's not done, right? So then I get another 3. This is actually a tricky one, because this breaks by a tick. All right, just barely breaks it. Do we care? Okay, let's look. Oh, I probably just try and simplify. Probably do something like that. I mean, really, the whole thing, right? You can look at the whole thing. It's just a big box, right? Oh, okay. Are we going through the floor? Guess not. All right, here. This is, okay, good example, right? I'm glad we kind of draw it this way. Where's the worst possible place on this chart for anyone to have sold it? Right here, right? Oh, it's going through the floor. This is why you don't sell breakouts or buy. Where's the worst place to buy it? Right here. Oh, it's going to the moon. Oh, through the floor. How did that work out for them, the breakout traders? Not very well. Again, I don't say that to be like a condescending prick. I really don't mean that. It's just I want to emphasize this. This is not where that. Again, it's not that it couldn't go. It's just it's the worst place from a risk-reward place to go. Where's your stop? Here? Or are you just going to pick a random number? Oh, I trade my wallet. I don't trade the market. You got to make those decisions. Right? So, okay, sideways, right? If this is, that's a big four. There's issues with this. It's not perfect. Oh, if this is the two, do they balance out just right? No. They don't. Right, does that mean we can't trade it? Not necessarily. The 50, right? So this is all unmitigated right here. This little swing down, right? So if the intention was to take it up, right, they barely just tapped a toe. Let's get this out of there. They tapped a toe into this demand zone here. They barely got a little bit into this front run on the 50, right? It's most logically what's happening there. Front run on the 50, which you see all the time, right? It's 2-3 ticks from it. So this little zone now gets, at least partially, a piece of it gets mitigated. Now I come out here with a 5. Okay, good news, right? So if you're struggling, like, what the fuck is this? Well, you get clarity here, which is often what happens with Elliott Wave. It'll be like, what the, oh, and then boom, something will come out of it, and then you can kind of piece it together. What this is, I don't really care. It's consolidation. This is what I care about, because coming out of this low after the short sellers got bent over here, right? So these guys get fucked, and then there's cover, right? So they're all long out now. So when does that guy go, oh shit, I guess it's time to buy it? Where does he buy it? Right here, because he's an inexperienced trader. Okay, all right, how'd that work out? He's probably got, so now he's lost money short and long, and he's not in the market anymore, so likely it'll take off. So 1, 2, 1, 2, right? That looks pretty good. Why not, right? So always ask yourself, what's wrong with it? Why not? Right? He's giving a, there's probably a little diag in there. It doesn't really matter. Here's the correction. Does it matter what it is? If you're a student, yeah, you want to try and get it, right? But if the focus is on trading, well, here's another front run on the 50, all right? Here's our target. So if this is 1, 2, 1, 2, right? If it's 1, 2, I got to have 5 in the 3, so it's got to have a 1, right? So far, it's just playing perfect Elliott ball. Okay, so what do I got here? Can't make this shit up. I can't do it, right? Right to the golden zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC, 5, golden zone. Boom. So he should already be long in that, right? So you're too late for it, right? If you weren't there for it. Look how perfectly he nailed that. I hope he got some of that. Ben B, I hope you got some of that. So we went 50. Well, here, what did we do? We front run on the 50, front run on a 50, golden zone. Wonder if it's technical. We got an outgo target here, but if this is 1, 2, that's not your target. That might be your first target. That's your target. Right here. Again, it's not rocket science. Where does it typically go? Where's the high probability zone for 3? Right there. Are you too late? Well, you might be. I mean, you didn't get the perfect one, but if this is going to have a 3, if that's going to be an impulse, it's going to have a 1, right? So it looks like he's already in. ABC 1, 2. Looks like we're working on the 3. So this would likely be the 1 at that degree. So let's go up a degree here. Let's go to micro here. If this is going to be ABC into the 2, golden zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like you got to start on it, right? It's good work, man. 3, that might have another little kick in it. 4, 5, right? So sweep the highs. So where do we absolutely, or I guess I'll drive this home until it sinks in, where do we not want to buy it? And again, I feel like I have to say this repeatedly. I am not saying that it can't do that. I'm just saying that's not where you want to buy it. If you're buying it here, what are you giving into? Right? FOMO. Oh, fuck, I didn't want to miss it. Well, if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what are you anticipating next? Not to mention, right, if we just bring in some simple market structure, I mean, the key to market structure, the most important concept of the whole thing, is that after a break of structure, we anticipate a retrace. That's why I like it, because I'm a retracement trader. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, break of structure. What am I anticipating? Retrace. What is that retrace likely to be? A 3, if we're going to play good Elliott ball. 5, 3. 5, 3, 5, 3. Ah, that Elliott Wave shit, that doesn't work anymore, right? No, that's long over, right? You got to have the hip happening, ICT stuff, right? No, this shit doesn't work anymore, does it? Does it? 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. 5s and 3s, right? That's the name of the game, right? It's how beautiful that you can organize this chaos of human emotion and greed and fear and everything else that's going on in the world into 5s and 3s. That's the genius of it. You don't like it? Oh, you're in the wrong live stream. Okay, right now, is it the end all be all? Is it a guaranteed path of riches? Absolutely not. Is there a lot of subjectivity to it? Yes. Right, it's sort of like democracy, right? It's the worst system in the world until you compare it to everything else. Okay, as we're about to end our democracy, in my opinion, right? Not to get political, but I think it's short-lived. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't think there's anything to do here until you got to wait for this to finish. You got to get that. If that's 1, 2, you don't want to do it now. You're going to have to wait for that to finish. Come down. Next opportunity will be the next 50 or golden zone. It's good work, Ben B. You're getting better and better and better. It's fun thing I like about the live streams. I get to see these guys progress, right? Because they're posting every week. And like, oh shit, very nice work, right? So I prefer the live streams to the recorded versions I do for a number of reasons, but mainly because I get to interact with you guys more so than I normally do. Okay, nice one, Ben B. Okay, oh shit, do we have 2 Alibabas? No, Ben B's giving me a second one here. What do we got? Let me put it here in your copy one. Albemarle, never heard of them. Never heard of them. Never looked at this chart before. Oof, wow. Apparently I should have. Oh, God, that's... Where are we? COVID low. Okay. I got to get some perspective on this. Wow, what a beast. COVID. COVID's right here. Whew. Well, this has to be right. So, yeah. Well, okay. So let's look at the market structure. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Right. So there's no. Geez, I wonder what the trend is. Right. We're pretty clear on that. Now what's happening here? Here's the bearish, bearish alt. Every one of these, right? So here's the last. Well, if you want to really expand on it, right, you might look at it this way. Say, here's here. This was the unmitigated. Right now we come back to it, picking up. Let's go to a daily. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 1. Oh, you gotta sneak that in again. Yeah, that'll fly. I mean, that obviously right now that's our top. WXY, right? So first, right? That's every now and then I forget that, right? You can have a WXY into an A. But PK reminded me of that the other day when I had missed it. Okay, WXY into an A, B, C into a B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we're done there. So what do we have here? Even though there's complexity to it, right? And this is where people go, oh, fuck, well, you told me it's 5s and 3s. Well, at the end of the day, right, if we apply a little Elliott knowledge, it's a 3. So you look here and you go, wonder, right? So I would like to think that everybody has the same reaction. Why does it stop here? Why don't we keep going? Right? Is it, value? People recognize value? Maybe that's part of it. Is it the 50? Is it this unmitigated zone we have here? Right? All of them, that's a pretty big fucking zone. Are we done here? Could there be one more rollover here to get to the golden zone? I mean, that's the kind of, you got to keep picking it apart. Well, okay, why? All right, so then the next thing I would look at is, okay, well, this looks like there's a fair value gap here. So, fuck, what do I have here? Oh, this was, well, so again, back in the ancient days when I was a broker, right, we would call them breakaway gaps. Right, now it's fair value gaps. That's the same difference. It's an imbalance, right? So here's the imbalance, right? So it's displacement. Anyone who was trying to short just got their ass displaced. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 3, 4, 5. Does that look done? All right, let's get in there, right? So this is where you can analyze this at 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Phew, I don't like that finish. Can't do it here. Ugh. Right, so at all costs, right? Again, PK reminds me of this on a regular basis, right? Truncation is a dirty word, right? So if we, as an Elliottician, right, we don't want, truncation is absolute last resort. Now, double bottom, that might fly. But fuck. Let's see here. How are we going to do this? Well, A, B, C. I suppose that's a possibility that we could finish it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, the anticipation that we're going to avoid the God, that thing sticky. We're going to avoid the overlap here. A, B. It'd be an awfully big C to get down there. But if not, right, you're finishing this 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so it's not a great finish. Okay, how big of a deal is that? What's the alternate? Well, so I see what he's doing. He's looking at this going, okay, I want this to be done. All right, and then given the reaction here, right, okay, so how can we be done here? I think that's why he goes to a WXY, because he's looking at this going, okay, 5, 3. Is it 5? Is it, so you'd have to do it like this. Is that it? Even that, 1, 2, 3. What do you do with this? My first reaction here, unless we start to climb higher, is that it's got one more. It needs to go down one more time. A, B, C coming in here. Well, now the good thing about that is that we're going to get an answer. That's always convenient, right? We're going to get an answer here pretty quickly, right? If this is not going to be 3 right here, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 3, and this is, oh shit, it could be 4, 5 here. Either way, right? This is kind of looking a little sketchy, right? I wouldn't be ready to go on that just yet. Ben B, that's a little, I'm picky, right? So, okay, is it, a gun to my head? Yeah, I'd trade it. But I'd be kind of waiting to see, right? Do we overlap this, right? That would give me a little more conviction. What are we on? Fuck, we're on daily. Let's go to a 2 hour. See, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might, maybe. Can't say I love it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That you're going to have a little more conviction in it if we get solidified into that we have an impulse here. Of course, it doesn't eliminate the A, B, C possibility. What you need to see here is the break. Is this? Well, that would be a break of structure here. So because this is the low, this is the retrace. This is the last. Here, let's do it this way. This would be the last strong low or strong high that did its job, right? Broke structure. So if we're coming back to break some of this, what do we got underneath? Anything? Oh, where is this guy? Here's this one. I like this one. It's just got a squeeze in it. Okay, here's the squeeze, right? That's not surprising. We're getting impulsive. 1, 2, 3. That's a 2 hour. Let's try a 30-minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gosh, it's fucking textbook. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like a 4, right? Going sideways, not progressing the trend. Well, that 4 may have to come over here, right? And we're starting on the new trend. So what I would do, Ben, I would wait. Confirm the 5. I'd love it if we could break this, but confirm the 5, and then what are you doing, right? You're just waiting for the 3. So what does that also do for you? Oh, we just take it from here. Well, let's say we get up there, right? Well, where's the... This is where you'd want to be a buyer, right? So if it completes here, right, I wouldn't chase that, right? There's not enough in it. I'd let that retrace and then, okay, come on, right? Now we launch, right? So and I wouldn't just sit here with the limit order. Okay, show me the reaction, because if I get that little reaction, right, and I can go into the market here, where's my stop? I can be under the golden zone, right? So the risk reward, where people they fuck themselves is they it's too much risk. I'd rather get stopped out here 5 times and take it the 6th time for little losers. But most people have a problem with that. They just can't handle being wrong that often. Really the thing that makes trading as hard as it is, because people can't, particularly people that are successful in other parts of their life, they think, the successful doctor, lawyer, businessman, whatever it is, they control their environment. You've got no control here. The only thing you control is yourself and your reaction to what happens. And then ultimately, all you can really control is how much risk you're taking relative to the potential reward. That's it, right? That's the name of the game. You could throw all this shit out, right? Risk reward. There's documented studies. Heads I buy, tails I sell, right? With good money management, you'll make money. Totally random. Heads I buy, tails I sell, right? Totally random. Why does it work? Good money management. What does everybody focus on in the market? All the TA, all the indicators. What's the hot indicator? What's the methodology? What gets the least amount of attention? Risk management. And that's why 90% of people lose, right? It's simple, right? It's not like it's hard to figure out why so many people lose money. It's not hard to figure out. I watched it for 10 years with a book full of clients, right? But I can't tell them, you got to be, it's a little dicey. Back then, it was more so, right? As a broker, you couldn't, I'm not your registered financial advisor. I'm your broker. I'm here to execute trades for you, right? So I watched a lot of body bags. That's ultimately why I got out of that business. Okay. Where am I? Oh, shit. I got something from Oh, Rivian. He's been all over this. I do like the Rivian. Okay. So this is PK giving us Rivian. So let me get over here to what he's cooking. I always pay attention to what PK is cooking. Okay. He's just a really, really talented technician. Okay, so Rivian, I got a 1 hour here. Notice how he leans into the channeling so well onto 1, all right? So we got a good looking 1. It's kind of skinny 5 for the 2. 4 is skinny, but there's not really an alternate that's staring you right in the face. So again, this is one of those examples. Are we in large scale here? No. This is a 1 hour, right? Now, is that 2 relative to that 4 ideal? Definitely not. So you have to look at that. If you're right here, you're going, well, what's the alternate? What else could it be? Well, once we start to go down, it's pretty clear that something is topped here. So now you're working backwards, going, okay, well, if something topped here, do I have an impulse? Can I get, even though it's a little squishy, right, in terms of, I'm squishing it in here, what's the alternate? Or, okay, so you don't like that? You could do it something like this, right? You could say, okay, right, I've just got a range here of consolidation. I guarantee that's going to be squeezy. Right? John Carter. God, I actually was on a live stream yesterday. I had a brain fart. I could not get John Carter's name out of my head. Getting old. Right, John Carter, right? One of the 3 best indicators ever developed, right? Thank you, John Carter. Okay, so let's just sideways, squeezy, boom. Right, market universal truth. From consolidation comes expansion, cause, effect. Look at all the accumulation, accumulate. Big dogs step in. Rip, right? Oh, fuck, there could have been earnings to drive that. But look here, right? Would you have known this? So you got to look at this and learn, right? You got to ask yourself and know yourself. If it did this and starts to correct, we've come all the way back to the breakout. Are you still holding? Right? Did you get out here? Right? Would you have known to get out here? Oh, maybe not. Right? But if you're See, I mean, this is a great example, right? So if you're right here, what are you thinking? Okay. Oh, if we've completed and that starts to come down, oh, well, what are you doing? You're doing this. You're looking for the 50, the golden zone, right? That's where they typically go. Why would you anticipate something that wasn't what they normally do, right? Unless you had some inside information or knowledge or some reason that you would be thinking otherwise, right? Well, so we get the reaction here, right? So we know it's going to be technical. Reaction, right? Well, there's a great example, right? Great example of why you don't necessarily want to sit here with a limit order, right? So this one, you've been stopped out here. You're like, oh shit, ABC. Oh, I got my reaction at the golden zone. Boom, I'm in. Oh fuck. Well, okay, let's call it a 1. Oh, well, fuck here. Let's call it a 1. We're coming down for a right? So if you did that, right, your loss here is $2 maybe, right? Let's call it $3 to say at the worst, right? So if you didn't put your entire account into it, okay, the loser, get used to them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess it's got more to go. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa. Right now it's getting a little funky down here. So what is this? Well, so once this is broken, right, out. So what do I have left to work with? All right, I got geometry. Well, I can guarantee you that's technical, right? I don't even have to wonder about it. I can't make this shit up, guys. Can't make it up. I look at that and I go, how could anybody with any desire to be successful in the markets long term that has watched any of my content not make that the first thing you do? Where's Al? What did he do last? Do you think they made money here? Who got ass raped here? God, I shouldn't be so crude. Who's getting absolutely blown up here? Breakout trader. Do you think that breakout trader knows he's buying right into a golden zone? I'm going to guess not. All right, how'd that work out for him? Just bent over. Displaced. How could you ever again pull up a chart and not look for that? It just astonishes me that somebody would buy that, right? Just inexperienced, right? Okay, so they did, thankfully, right? God, listen, we want them. I preach this, right? But unfortunately, there's so many people that don't know any better. They'll keep doing it, right? Same like up here, right? Same thing here, right? They do it over and over again. It's thankfully, right? So that once you've been around the markets for a little bit of time, you go like, oh shit, thank God for these idiots. Thank God for the inexperienced. How did this guy do? Pull up any chart. You're going to see the breakout traders are just getting absolutely blown out until, right? And then here's what the breakout traders. What about this one here? Oh, look at that beautiful breakout, right? Of course, right? One breakout has to succeed. But look where that came from. So you had to squeeze in that's kind of a, ooh, boy, if PK's labeling something truncation, there's nothing else. Because he goes there almost like with tears in his eyes that he has to post that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But see, where was the trade? Not buying the breakout. That was not the trade. It was buying the 50. That's how you participate in a breakout that's successful, because you don't buy the fucking breakout. You wait for this, right? So you're long going into the breakout. So if it does this, you don't get bent over, right? Okay, I can lock in some profit here. just again, over and over and over and over again. Just pull up any chart. It's just over. Here it is here. Here it is here. So, oh, it's going through the floor. Oh, now it's definitely going through the floor this time. Off to the moon. Just off to the moon. Over and over and over again, right? You can see them, what they're doing. The inexperience. Oh, shit. Well, that thing's going to fly. That's going to fall through the floor. All day long, right? Every chart, every asset, doesn't matter. They're always going to be there. They're always doing the same thing. Amazingly, they do it over and over and over again. They never learn. Or there's a new crop coming in that read, buy the breakout methodology from whomever, right? And make $1 gazillion and every month. No, that's not how you succeed in the market. Okay, 1, 2, 3, looking for the 4, right? So, okay. Where's the worst possible place you could buy this right now on the chart? Worst possible place. Right where it is. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying sell it. I'm saying don't be that. Well, you don't have to listen to me, right? I'm just here to give you counsel and advice of 30 years of doing this. But have at it, right? Eventually you'll learn, right? I promise you. So my goal is always to spare you the hard lessons I learned, or the things I learned watching hundreds of people go through it over 10 years as a broker. I watched them do it, right? I say, well, you sure you want to do that? Mr. Jones, you sure want to buy those? Okay, I'll execute for you. You get 100 people you're watching and working with. You start to see who's successful, who's not. What are they doing that the others are not? After a while, it gets easier to spot. Okay, so we don't know that that's done. But I'd be, where's my wave 4, right? I'd be kind of looking here. Great spot, right? You might anticipate, oh, shit, okay, a little fall off here. Well, just out of curiosity, right? We always want to measure. 1, 2. Oh, here's our high probability zone. We got a little bit of a push through that. Looks like they're going to tap this, right? So, okay, right? The one thing that, well, I shouldn't say it that way. One of the contributions that ICT, Inner Circle Trader, made to the trading vocabulary and methodology and theme in modern trading, which is 95% algo driven, is this. The algos are doing one of two things, and only one of two things. They're either seeking liquidity or they're rebalancing something. If you're looking here, right, and that is a, if we want to give Elliott his due for the genius of Elliott Wave being 3s and 5s, well, I will give ICT huge props for his analysis of the way the algos react. Right now, remember, he's an FX trader, right? So people have just applied this to other markets, but it's pervasive in FX, right? Where they're trading so much size, right? They have to be aware of liquidity and where that is, right? Where they can find it. So where's the liquidity on this chart, right? The internal liquidity. So if let's see, let's do it this way here. I'm all over the place today. All right, so we look here. So, okay, are we in the premium? Yeah. If we look at this range here, from this swing high to this swing low, right, we're in the premium, right? Do I want to be a buyer in the premium? Rhetorical question. Where do I want to be a buyer? I want to be a buyer if I can, right? If I can buy in the discount. It doesn't have to go that far. Could be right here. I want to buy in the discount. I want to buy under the 50. Right? I have much better. I'm going to miss trades, right? As I said before, you're going to miss trades as a result of that, but your risk reward is going to be so much better, right? What business do you have, right, or that you know of, right? For traders, we're in the trading business. What business do you know of that prefers to sell high or to buy high and sell low? Exactly zero. So why would we do it differently in the trading business? I'll tell you why. Oh, fuck, I didn't want to miss it, man. That's what I read somewhere on Twitter, that thing was going to explode. I didn't want to miss it, so I bought it right where the liquidity was. I bought right into it because I'm inexperienced, right? So you can listen to me, or you can learn it the hard way. That's how what I did. I was a stubborn, arrogant little prick and thought I knew. I did the same thing. Well, fuck you. I'll do it. I'll learn. I'm going to buy that. Buy it. And eventually you go, Jesus, why didn't I listen to those guys? What the fuck do I know? Why am I so arrogant to think that I know? Oh, I know where it's going. Yeah, you learn, right? I was the same way. Bullshit. I'm going to try it. You lose enough money, you'll stop doing it. Okay. PK, I think we just hurry up and wait, right? We got all the imbalances down here, right? This is all just lots of fair value gaps in that. So you kind of a hurry up and wait. So also another green banana. Okay, great. Love it. Okay, come give me the 4 to the 5. If that completes, then it's right, same thing. All over, right? We just go back to the exact same. It's the key being do it the same way every time. So that breaks, so we get this. Oh, where's the next level of liquidity? Oh, guarantee that. Do you think there'll be some stops up here? Do you think there'll be some breakout traders taking it there? Where's the worst? If it goes there, where's the worst possible place to enter the market? Right there. Guarantee there will be people. So what's the algo looking for? Liquidity. What's up here? A truckload of stops. Then it can go. Right, they'll sweep that, bring it down. Right, the algorithms will sweep that liquidity. I can't say that with the arrogance as in I know what's going to happen, but the likelihood, because we can all look at that and go, well, there's fucking liquidity up there. We just like there's liquidity right there. Okay, well, if it gets up there, doesn't it make sense to you? Right? Say like, well, okay, well, if they need liquidity and there's a bunch of stops up there, what is that? That's the liquidity. So why would there? See, there's an incentive to drive it up here. This is probably, a little bit of a smart money trap here. So this is the extreme order block up here, right? You just do it this way, right? So there's an incentive to get it up here. So first, screw these people, right? The breakout traders retrace. Now there's an incentive to go back up here and grab the liquidity here. Sweep. Okay, they grab the liquidity. They'll take that liquidity and drive it down, and then now we go back up here. They mitigate. And their intentions are revealed. They being algorithms. Okay, guys, let's get PK giving me a great one, but it's not done yet, right? Green banana, but these are good. I like getting these because I keep them in a watch list of live stream watch list of stuff I'm kind of eyeballing. All right, I'll just send an alert because I may not come back to it for 2 months. Alert goes off. I'm like, oh yeah, why did I? Mochaka. I always see Mocha Java. What's wrong with my brain? Mochaka. If you get a chance to check out CHPT and or ENPH, please, no real chart, but looking to get into long-term positions. Okay, well, let's look at it. Oh, shit, where am I? Well, let's go over here. Let's get rid of that one because these are the copies. That's Alibaba. There, that's the copy. Okay. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We're looking at CHPT. PT. Oh, I think it will. I'm sure that's what he means. So ChargePoint Holdings. All right, let's get out to a weekly and see what we're looking at here. Do I need, oh shit. They haven't been around very long. Maybe I don't need a weekly. I can go with a daily. Excuse me. All right, so, wow, something went very wrong with these guys. What we got here? This is their earnings. Whoa. Well, he must know something, right, about what do we got here? ChargePoint, yeah. Well, I just kind of back into that. I would like to say, okay, well, so the first thing I see here is, okay, well, I've got some divergence down here, and that's just the kind of V bottom you hope to see, right? Something like that, where, so breakout short sellers here already getting uncomfortable. But boy, that's ugly, right? So I'd just start drawing some lines here. So, okay, let's get the geometry handled. Then it's so it's Hopefully this is helpful, right? So it's kind of, this is the sausage making. Okay, well, what do we got here? It looks like you could finish a 5 down here. If I go here, 1, 2, I don't love that, but well, it's one or the other, right? So it's either this here, this is, we don't quite have, there's let's see, an 8 hour here. One of these kind of a debated point in market structure, smart money trading. How do we define the low? Oh, shit. Hang on a second. Okay, so how do we define the low, right? So one is, okay, or a pullback, right? Let's think of it that way. Well, how do we define a retracement? Well, is it a percentage of the ATR? Is it a pip value or a dollar value? Well, I think the most objective way to do it is to have taken out the last swing. This would be an internal swing, often called inducement, right? So here's the inducement. So if the market's going to go up here, what that does is confirms this as a pivot low. All right, so we can't confirm this because, of course, we could just do this, right? We could just go up here and roll over again, right? Now, was this, right? Now, is that the low? Right, it wasn't the low, right? Because now we go up here, and then you'd have to wait again until this inducement was taken. Right, so you could confirm the low. So it could come back up here. If it takes that, okay, well, now I can confirm that this is the next low, right? That's here. Otherwise, right, you just, it's just a internal little squiggle before it goes back down again. It's got to take out something significant, right, to say, oh, okay, that low is good. I happen to be working on some course content for that, so it's fresh in my head. But that's kind of what you're looking at here. So why would you want to buy that? And I'm not saying that in an antagonistic way. So I'm just looking at that, thinking out loud. Why? It's overdone. Well, you don't really have anything. There's no prior history here. People have decided, okay, that's far enough. Maybe. I'd want to see it take out that little swing. Let's go to a 4 here. Yeah, it's this just internal swing structure here. That's the pivot you'd want to see it take out, so you could confirm that low. Not great divergence here. It looks more doubly. So if that's coming up, okay, maybe I can get a 5 out of here. All right, then that's what I would do. That's a 4 hour too. Let's go just for fun. Let's see if there's really do we have an impulse there? So we can go one. That's really a double. Looks like you might have a leading diag there. Yeah, let's see if he. ABC, ABC. That's not as good. That looks like you got a 5 there. Might do it this way. And then you need this to come down further, right? So maybe that doesn't work. I'd kind of sit with that. Maybe. It's not, again, it's not perfect. You might even start it here, ABC. ABC, 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 ABC. Although this looks like, that could have another leg. That looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have another leg. No, you got this big gap you're trying to fill here. That's a pretty ugly gap, so that was something bad happened there. It's not earnings. Here's earnings. Big surprise. Surprise. So what would if you're just kind of waiting for this, well, we could, again, just standard ops, right? Why do anything out of the ordinary? All right, well, here's my value area. All right, here's when the market is more comfortable with it. Oh, it just happens to be the 50 and the golden zone are self-contained right there. So can we come back down here into this zone? That's what I would do. Maybe, all right, maybe that's it. All right, we'd have our overlap, so you'd be, that would be, it's going to have to roll over again. And if it kicks up here a little bit higher, okay. You need this as the 4 for the overlap. So if this starts to go, maybe you're pulling from a little bit higher. Right? It needs to get that inducement right here. It needs to get that swing high. So here we can look at it this way. Oh shit, there's a double. Got it. All right, so here, all right, back to just the basics of the ABCs of trading, right? Where I want to buy in the discount, I want to sell in the premium. Are we in the discount? Just barely. I want to buy that. I wouldn't. Again, I'm picky. I'd wait for that to show me what it's going to do. Right? Are we going up here to get a new high? Right. Well, there's some liquidity here, internal liquidity here. We're going to go up here and get a new high. Well, then maybe I'm rethinking that. I still want to buy the discount. Okay, Mochaka. How am I doing here? How are we doing on time? Oh, we're good. Okay. And then he wanted another one, ENPH and/or ENPH. Okay. ENPH. Enphase. It looks kind of similar. Well, it looks very similar, so it must be related business. Okay, let's get all of that. Do I need log scale? Maybe I do. I guess I do. Holy shit. All right, where am I coming from? Okay. Well, I got a pretty good low here. Well, that's kind of a good, that's an exaggerated example of V bottom. That's B plus. Wow, that's fucking, higher high, higher low, 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 higher high, higher low. Right, all of a sudden, right here's where we start to get what's happening right here. Right? It's just it's not rocket science. All right, so actually you probably do it right here. It is not that complicated. Like that's not hard to deduce, right? I mean, it went all the Jesus Christ, went almost 10 years without putting in without a change of character. That's fucking unbelievable, right? What a beast this is. So what is it? Where are we? Well, that's a 3. Well, okay, so it looks like you'd have to work backwards, right? So that you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's 4, 5. This looks like W. Oh fuck, A, B, C. No, it looks like A, B, C. Right, so we can do A, B, C. Here's the 5th. So now we can start to Frankenstein it together. I'd be inclined to do that. Sometimes your first thought, it doesn't stick. But you got to put them up there, right? So it gives you something to start with. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, that looked like 5, but it looks like you'd have to do that as the 4 for that to keep going. God damn, that's what a stock. Oh, that's too much, right? So on that, so when it gets like that, I showed this. You want to double it. All right, so we want to go 1070. That's how it was taught to me, right? So I can look, so I can see this a little bit more. Okay, well, where are my big pushes? Well, that would be the 3 of the 1. That would be the 3rd of the 3rd. 3, 4, 5, right? So we pivot up here off of that divergence, right? Again, it's not that hard. Okay, then what's characteristic of a 4, right? We're not progressing the trend, consolidation, right? I don't even have to draw it. We know what we're going to see there. All right, a little high volume node there. Oh, mine, yeah, I am. kind of highlighting that. I guess I've got no choice. I've got to do it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. I mean, it looks more palatable when you look at it that way. But it's gone for fuck. What do we have from less than $1 to Jesus Christ? Less than $1. What a monster win. Less than $1 to what did we get here? 320. Holy shit. That's a beast. All right, so let's get that off. Oh, where could that come to? God, I hate that I have to do that in log scale. It's annoying. We're coming down to that. Seems unlikely. That's kind of the trade-off of log. Now, if I do it this way, right, we've already broken golden. Yeah, you're stuck with it, right? This even here, you think, oh God, maybe there's something that I can do differently when it's at a log scale. But there's your impulse to finish it. It's not here, right? Or A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. Yeah, it's just a waterfall. You're stuck with it, right? Sorry about it. You're stuck with it. So let's put the full thing on. Oh, probably go platinum here. All right, so we're going 786, 764. Coming out of that. Let's go down to a 4 and dig in there. That's a true double. Okay, here's our low. Until proven otherwise, right? It's not textbook. But it's not awful. It's not the cleanest. But that's the deepest retracement on the way. So I would use that as the 2. If it one's any more insight. Well, see, I don't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We can look at it this way, right? So the unmitigated section here gets tapped. We launch from that second target. It's a little bit of a front run. So is there a trade there? Well, here's your dominant, right? Dominant, right? So we can, again, just let's try and keep, trading. It's easy to complicate it. We're going to buy in the premium, right, as we're sweeping this. Or we want to wait. Now it's hard to do, right? Saying, oh shit, man, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. So, oh fuck it, I'll just buy in the premium. Recipe for, right? If you do it once, you'll do it again. You do it twice, you'll do it a third time, and before you know it, your account is empty. Now, I've broken here, so good odds I'm in an impulse here, but I don't have the third yet, so I can't really adjust yet. I got to just stay with that. Where is it going to hit some resistance? Well, we all know that. Right where it is. That seems like a candidate. Maybe you'd get, oh, see, this would, right? If you're going to stick with that discipline, oh, maybe we'd kick here and something like this. Oh, guess what? I'm in the discount. Buy for the 5. All right, it's not likely to go in a straight line, although, then we're going to get to the SPY, which does lately nothing but go up in a straight line. Yeah, I think we're not ripe there yet, right? You're sitting right into the premium. I'd let that finish, right? Likely it hits its head here, and then retrace. Up you go. Okay, I got everybody there. Oh, yeah. Here comes Ben B with the SPY. Now this is a brutal. Oh, what was I doing here? I was drawing the. Well, I left that. October 23rd. Just the whiff of a possible rate cut, stop raising. It's straight line, right? It's American greed right there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We got an invalidation point here. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 3 is shorter than 1, so there's your invalidation. We're gonna have to relabel this. There's not a great alternative, right? I mean, from this low to this high, that's the deepest retracement you get. This, we just go sideways, right? It's not retracement. Where does that happen? Right here, right? Tap. Now we're struggle, right? Now it was yesterday, and or the day before. What is today? Wednesday. That was Monday, right? We wrestle with it, blow through. Oh, so you breakout traders, take note, right? So please keep doing it. Keep doing it for us. There's one that flew. Would not change my mind about that at all. Well, that's what I had before. So if you're looking at this going, well, shit, if this thing ever retraces, where might it retrace to? Why is that not coming? I had it before. That's odd. That's not. Maybe I had done the futures. That's weird. Okay, I can't get the volume on that for some. Wait a second. I have volume profile on here. This is something that I use a lot, right? So there's linear regression from these guys. So you can get, okay, is there any question what the trend is? None. As this rotating, let's get that out of there. I digress. So we got some fair value gaps all the way, right? So there hasn't been a single bearish fair value gap all the way. Right? It's all just bullish, waiting to be rebalanced, right? And that would be a long way down. Right, so you look at this and you go, oh, okay. So you're telling me the market is likely to come back to 442? It's not what I'm telling you. I'm saying that if we complete up here, that's what it tends to do. What a monster rip. So when they're like this, right, it's kind of hard to draw. Oh, shit, let me get off. I know that's annoying. When it's like this, it's hard to draw a channel because you're like, well, what? Use the regression tool. That's what it's there for. Oh fuck, and I gotta find it. Where are you? Regression, right? So it's just 2 standard deviations on either side. So it frames it for you without having to be right on the pivots. But I can look and know that I'm 2 standard deviations within that entire move. So for this thing to break, it's going to take a pretty good move, right? For this to break, right? So where would you anticipate possibly a retest? Oh, lower high, right? Here would be the change of character. Now, again, market's not obligated to come to the 50, right? But that's just what it tends to do. We're going to come down that far. Well, there's a nice big fair value gap there to fill it. It's going to take something substantial is going to have happened to drag that down, right? But it's kind of like this. Oh, shit, I just had it. God, is this thing ever going to come down? My God, is it ever going to come down? It just goes straight up. My God, my God, my God. What are we doing? I can't make that shit up. So you look here and go, oh, well, it's never coming down. Well, what are we about to do? Right? That's golden zone. This is well, everybody knows, right? Well, what do we got here? Golden corner. 80% already realized. Right? That's the best. That is the single best trade in technical analysis, period, bar none. Golden corner pocket. Highest odds, There is no technical setup that you can put in front of me with better odds than that. None. Zero. Zip. Doesn't exist. How many people do you know that's what they're looking for? Golden corners. That are not TDU students. Not many. Well, that's not giving me the volume for some reason. Not sure why. Fixed range. I missed something because it's the SPY, I guess. Swing, retrace. Oh, it'll never come back again. Oh, maybe it'll go to the golden zone. Because it'll never come down again. I got two more here, and then oh shit! I'm saving. Did anyone? I haven't crypto. I'm going to do. Oh shit! If I have time, the request from Twitter was for a long-term count on ETH, so I'm saving that to last. Right? Don't you hate when they do that? It's like the fucking infomercials that run. Right? You can't fast forward to get to the price. I'm doing the same thing to you. Okay, so I'm making you wait for it. We did a Twitter poll. God, we had a great response to that. One of my new team members, he's young, right? So he's in tune with all the marketing. He's getting us a lot more marketing. That would be Wonka, who has been a huge help to us. Long-term member, right? Everyone who works for me they're all members. Okay, I got what am I doing here? Spell USD. JD4228. JD4228. Okay, JD4. What am I doing here? This is, I don't know this one. Spell USD. Oh, I guess we can go to Coinbase here. Coinbase 4 hour. Well, he's telling me what he wants. Go fuck, look at that. I got a Coinbase 4 hour. Okay, cool. All right. Well, much as I like that, I got to get some perspective, right? I got it. Where are we coming from? What's there? Where have we been? Oh, fuck. Well, I guess we've been higher. So not much question about whether we got to look in log scale. All right, that's kind of interesting. Well, it's a little sloppy, but it looks like it's higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Remains to be seen what we have there. So let's, I'm going to go down slowly here so we can, well, that's frustrating. It's just, what do you have here, right? So this is just, this is, all right, here it is again, right? So, okay, what happened here? What is that, right? So the stops that were here are grabbed, right? Liquidity taken, likely liquidations, and then, again, you can take my word for it or learn it the hard way. That almost, like, I would, well, that looks like 3 there. Fuck. It's kind of a sloppy story there. Well, okay, where's Al? A little sloppy there. Don't love that. All right, if it breaks there, well, we can't go back. Right? So you can't look here and go, oh, golden zone. No, because that was prior. So I don't get a great technical low here, although we are coming into the fair value gap here. Remember, seeking liquidity or rebalancing. What's happening here? Rebalancing. Well, that's kind of ugly. Okay, so why are we stopping here? Plenty of size up here. Oh, let's send that. Send it back. A little wick happy there. That gets it. I actually like these better. I'm gonna pause there for a second. When we have this kind of a swing like this, right? So when I can come back and I can look at the first retracement. Now, yeah, granted, sure, of course, many times we want to look and we'll get the goldens on there. But when I come back to it here and I've got all of this to work with, to look across, do you think that's random? Do you think JD 422 and 8 and I got together and said, let's find something where we can show a perfect golden zone. Here's the 50 golden zone. Nope. Well, it almost looks like you get it again here. All right, now let's just check. Now we're getting the 50 here. So if I do that same thing here, right, where look, you don't always see this. There's a low volume here. So what's happening here? Right, I know it's easy in hindsight, right? What happened here? Liquidity. What is it doing? It's seeking liquidity or rebalancing, right? So here's the liquidity grab all the way down. Here's our target. You call that, right? Probably front run here. So is that enough to get going on the start of the next leg? Well, you could make a start on it here, like this, I suppose. Something like that. It's a kind of a, what's your best case there? Maybe you got a diag. Something. Yeah, that's what you maybe you know if we look for the Elliott count here, that might work in there. But it's not great. ABC maybe. Let's measure. Right, just see how we're doing. That's why you measure, right? Doesn't quite make it. No, that's log scale, right? So arithmetic, we are longer, right? So we're good there. Longer is longer, don't, right? Just because it's not longer in log, longer is longer. We look for the 50 in a diag, 1 to the 3 to the 50, where we have all of this consolidation. And currently, this is the unmitigated sell-off. Oh, it's getting a little piece of it. Oops. That would be an ideal location to be a buyer if you're interested in buying here. You can hone it down to that fair value gap right there, right at the 50. Decent, right? So you could put a stop here under the golden zone. Risk reward's going to be friendly. Oh. Oh, that's a pain. 5 to 1 log scale. Now, keep in mind here, this is common for new traders, right? You get this thing goes, and you're like, oh, it's going to the moon. Oh, fuck, I nailed one. What are you anticipating here, right? If you just forget about, try and put your greed, on hold for a minute. What are you anticipating? We just completed a 5. Not to mention, what do we get here, right? If we do this, right? What's that? That's going to be a break of structure. All right, so we get a break of structure here. What do we anticipate after a break of structure, right? It's the cornerstone to the entire technical approach, right? Retrace. What do you, it's just consistent, right? Whether it's Elliott Wave, whether it's price action, whether it's market structure, what's the one thing you don't want to do? Here, buy it. Why? Because what are you anticipating after the break of structure? Retrace. What do we, if we got our Elliott hats on, what are we anticipating after a 5? 3. That's the big one. So here's the trade you're waiting for. Let this finish, assuming it's going to. Oh shit! Look at this. I got a nice 5. What am I expecting? Right? I'm expecting a retrace. Well, now I got all the size down here, and you start to put things together. Oh, look at the size that I've got down here. Here's the POC from this move. Oh, pardon me. Let's pull it all the way over here. Oh, this is the one that needs to get tweaked. Right. Edge of the value area here. Well, everybody's fat and happy here. Everybody, oh fuck me. Everybody's happy here. Look where we are. Oh, 56. If we're going to have an alt season, right, the percentage returns are going to be in the alts. Okay, so I got one more, and then we'll do ETH. All right, so the last one is XRP, which I am aggressively buying myself, and I think it's going to be a big winner. Shit. I have it over here. Let's see what I got. There's my long term. Here, oh, I've got some shit on here. You guys may not. Oh, it's just another type of order block. Let's go to the daily here. Well, we've looked at this a gazillion times. All right, I think with Ripple, it's almost right. If you're in it, you're in for the long haul, right? Because you see the potential use case in the. Hang on. It's less about the TA. As far as I'm concerned, anything under 60, buy it. I'm buying spot, no stop. Pretty aggressively, right, for me. Well, let's go. It's daily. Now I'm on this crypto. Well, that's fine. Well, let's see if we pull here on the daily. Oh, well, lo and behold. I mean, is there a chart that I've done yet today where that hasn't been there? The golden zone of 50, most of the time it'd be golden zone. I run out of things to say, right? It's like, okay, it's not why it moves, it's how it moves. It's kind of a slop monster. We can look in here. So, okay, series of higher highs, right? So we get a little, we don't quite have a great break there. Boom, boom. That's so close here, but that looks like a 5. Well, okay, let's just consider this 1. Maybe we're working on 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. A, B. Maybe you get that. That'd be a gift if we did, in my opinion. If is this the 2? Is we going 1, 2, 1 into another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a diag? I'd kind of leave that down there. It's yes. This is a lower low. I wouldn't sweat it really. I'd be looking for anything down in here. So what hasn't been mitigated here? This got a little partial right here. Just a little peek of it. There's the God M8. Oh, so I'd probably just for Elliott heads, something like that. So if we come down here in the 40s, oh my God, I'm backing the truck up. I would buy a shitload of it because I think it's going to have a true use case. I think it's going to be 5 years from now, right? You're not going to be sending wire transfers anymore. That's my opinion. I could be terribly wrong, but that's my opinion. So, how are we going to do that? It's kind of fugly here. Anything down here, right? If we get any kind of a sell-off for any reason, I would be, well, okay, let's go back to our, you can get that in the discount. All right, so that's why 62, I was kind of using that, right? So that's kind of where our premium discount is, although we are on log scale. Anything, at any times down here. My view, right? This is not financial advice. This is me say this is what I'm doing, right? Anything down here, I'm buying, right? I think this could be the percentage return here could be as much, if not better, percentage return than Bitcoin. I think that's going to be a monster, right? But again, I could be very wrong. Okay, all right. Okay. So with that done, let me get over to what was requested here. I made you guys wait. So let's see if we had anything else come in. We did not. So, guys, let me get to the long-term ETH. Let me find it. Okay, so we brought this up on whatever this is, index. So this has the most history. All right, let's just walk through this quickly. All right, this is what was requested. So this is a collaborative. I have an alternate here. It's question mark over here, but I think we can all agree this is our first impulse off of the what is that 2015 low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Extension in the fifth. ABC. Now, here, I'll take this off for a second. All right, so here's the COVID low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's an impulse A, B, C. There's an impulse here. If you were trading back then, right, we all thought this was the 1, 2, right, and then COVID, right, crushed that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're getting a little. We want this to go. Or, you know, there's alternates here because this is okay. Maybe we've got a kind of a diag going in here. It's not ideal location for it because 1 is longer than 3, so you're a little contracting. You'd be more likely to be looking for a leading here, where 3 longer than 1, 5 longer than 3. But you know, this is one of the alternates. The more bullish is that it's 1, 2, 1, 2, right, which is closer to my primary, right? But this was collaborative with PK, right? So well, maybe if that looks like a 5, you can work that as a 3. This one looks like a 5, which is why this isn't my primary, but I just wanted to share that one with you. So let's hide that. Mine is more bullish. Surprise, surprise. 1, 2, 1, 2. So this would be 1, 2. Let's change that. Micro, and let's go to green, right? Oh, fuck. Here. Okay, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. A, B, C, 2. Looks like maybe we might have a 1 there. All right, 1, 2, 3. So we're per the long term, right? Looking at weekly, daily. From the COVID low, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right, so it's more bullish because you need another 3 in there, right? So all of this actually goes higher now, right? If you know, I think we're starting to see some of the, well, okay, so everybody knows the ETF is coming, right? It's just like Bitcoin, right? So now BlackRock's trying to do an ETF for ETH as well. Well, if everybody knows it's coming, right, it looks like it's too easy, right? It's too easy to just buy them. Is it? All right, someone, because my Bitcoin counts are very bullish, saying, oh, okay, well, the reason it's not going to do that is because whales are going to drive it down and then they're going to buy it. So they're going to fake everybody out with the ETF pump, and then they'll dump it, right, and get retail on the wrong side of the market. They'll all bail, get stopped out, and then the whales will pick up all of their liquidity. Okay, right, we can't ignore that possible scenario. I just think it's certainly it's possible, right? But I wouldn't trade it that way until proven wrong, right? So some of these are going to have to break, right? So you're going to have to break this low, right? So all of a sudden, okay, something else has happened. Then you're going to have to break this low, right? Oh, so then your thought might be, oh, wait a minute. So this is a deeper correction. So what's a possibility here that you might look at? You might say, oh, wait a minute, maybe 3, 4, 5 could be, right? It's one possibility. Oh, fuck me. Is that it? 3, 4, 5. Maybe W, X, A, B, C, D, E, X, Y, right? We're going to come down for another 3. Possible. Could you do it as with the 3 up here? It's possible, right? So then you'd be back to the original count. So you'd be W8 miles. Here, let's just do it. So W, X, Y. Right. So for the pessimist or those who think, oh, it's not going to go because it's too easy, right? Everybody knows it's coming, so it can't, right? When everybody knows, that everybody's always wrong. You can't eliminate it, right? But we'd be getting, I'd be more inclined to think that this would be a 2, or that just because of the channeling, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I finish here, right, ignore the internal count. You'd have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's doable without bending rules or guidelines. Well, so then your thought would be, oh, if this is WXY, well, that's a 2. Maybe we're going here. Or, let's give it a range. Now, as PK and I were talking this morning as we were looking at these alternates, my view is if ETH or Bitcoin are doing something has gone horribly wrong, or crypto's been banned in the U.S. If something, a government, or it's either government, as I've said for 5 years, the only two things that can slow down crypto or Bitcoin, let's say it that way, and we'll throw ETH in there. You've heard me say this before: governments, or the power grid goes out. Right? Then your ETH isn't very good for anybody, right? What caused the power grid to go out? Some, nuclear, some sort of EMP, something to take the power out, right? Your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, all of it, not going to be any good to you. I do not think this is what's coming. I think it's 1, 2, 1, 2, and we're off to new highs. Of course, I could be wrong. All right, so there's a long-term count on that. We should know here, right? So because if this is 1, 2, 1, 2, well, let's see. Is actually you could head fake on this. If we go back to here, let's do it. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are up here, and you're going to do 1, 2 again, 1, 2. We'll just hide this. 1, 2. Well, there's got to be another 1 right now. This looks kind of 4-ish. Like there could be one more little squirt up here. 1, 2. All right, so let's go to something smaller. Are we done here? Could we be done? I don't have the divergence, right? So that's kind of implying one more kick to get a 5th, right? So the X would be. Here, we'll hide that as our alternate. 1, 2, 1. That's a good looking 1, 2. Not to mention, Al's involved at the 50. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, this could be a 1. Are we done? Well, what are we anticipating? Why? Why are we anticipating that? I know you already know, but let's just for maybe, oh shit. What happened right here? Break of structure. What do we anticipate after a break of structure? Retrace. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so let's get, let's try a 2. This is kind of sloppy 4. That could be done. Could be. And you can kind of look at this and go, what are we doing? Sideways. Maybe holiday, light volume. You can always kind of talk yourself into, why it's not happening. Here's the 50. Here's the target. We're not quite there. So there could be one more little squirt up here to get that completed. Oh, fuck. Come here to 4. That could be the 4. It actually looks like 1, 2, 3. It's not great, right? So I'd kind of be watching that. All right, so what would you do then? I want to buy some more of this. I'm going to wait a little bit. Okay, so let's just all the pieces, right? Okay, so where's the size, right? So again, it's not hard. Okay, where's the POC? So we can look here and go, okay, well, it makes sense, right? So if a whale's looking to bury some size, that's a 4-hour. Well, that's a pretty good amount of. There's a POC, right? So this is where the market is happy. Value. Oh, everybody's happy here. Whoop, oh, not value anymore. Maybe we need to come back to value. Pull you out. Okay, do we have an Elliott count here? Well, we have a channel. A pretty good looking channel. So now do not forget, right? We see this all the time in the stock market, in the S&P and the NQ, right, which we trade every day. Remember, a break of a channel is not the sell signal. That's just what the new trader does, right? They say, oh, broke the channel. Oh, trend line break. Oh, it's time to sell it. No, it's the setup to go get a new high. Right, so the implication is we break the channel, that now becomes the target, right? So why? So why would that make sense? Well, wait a minute. I thought I've read that if you break a trend line here, that down we go. No, what is on the other side of that trend line, right? That's trend line liquidity, right? Algos know that, right? Big whales know that. So as this is going up, right? Where is retail putting all their stops? Under the pivots, right? So we get the market creates the trend line. Right? We don't just draw it. Market does it. And how convenient, right? Market draws the trend line for you. So there it is. So here, all these places, that's where the liquidity is. Trend line liquidity. Right? So that's why when it breaks, what's it doing? It's grabbing all that liquidity, and then here's the target. Up we go here. So if you're looking here, same thing, right? Again, try and keep it simple when you can. I'll get down here a little bit. Where do we want to buy? We want to buy in the discount. Where are we now? We're in the premium. Still in log. We're in the premium. Do we want to buy here? Where's the worst possible place you could buy on that whole chart? I think I've made this quite clear. Right there. Don't buy that. We're retraced. Well, if you... Are you buying in the premium? So what are you thinking? Well, I'm buying high. You'd have to be. I'm buying high with the anticipation that's going higher. I'm buying high because I think there'll be somebody else who will buy it higher, right? Who will push it higher, and I'll be able to sell it higher than it is. Well, that may be, but are you going to risk? You're going to risk your account on that, or your dollar risk, period, right? How much risk are you willing to put on that? Oh, it's going to keep going because it's the greater fool theory. Oh, there's someone dumber that will, I shouldn't say it that way. So maybe you say, oh, there's somebody who's also inexperienced who will buy it higher, and they'll just keep buying it, right? And keep buying it. Why? I keep coming back to why would you do that, right? The only reason you would do that is FOMO. What's the number one killer of accounts in all markets? FOMO. What does FOMO lead to? Breakout buying. I started 2 hours ago. What's the big problem people have in the markets? Too much risk, right? They're not strategic about their entries. Just that discipline alone. Just if you forced yourself to do that, I guarantee a year from now your trading results would be radically different. Just a hard rule. I only buy in the discount, or I only sell in the premium. Right? Could you discipline yourself to do that? Easy to say, very easy to say. Hard to do. But here it is. It's like in your face. Like, oh, okay, well, I wanted to buy it, but it's not in the discount, so I'm not going to buy it. Oh, but oh my God, look, it's going. Well, it's not like this is the only discount PDA you'll see, right? Let's say it does go. What happens? I get a new discount PDA, right? It's not. Yes, that in crypto things can just go vertical. Right? We get that at times, right? I'm not saying we don't, but shit. What's a better way to do this? Let's say you get all that's happening. Here, I'll put this out of sight for a second, right? So come here. Well, where's the next? Well, we've had that's a true double, right? That's not a great example. Because that's a clean double, right? So is that the inducement? No, it's fucking close, right? Barely, right? Could you say, yeah, you could. Okay, so what does that do, right? So it confirms the pivot, right? So all that does is to say, okay, the pullback, right? We've had the pullback. We can confirm that this is the pivot high. Okay, right? We've broken the inducement, right? So here, okay, right? So again, who's driving in Ethereum, right? Not people. It's not people. It's algorithms. Promise you that. Okay, so what are they doing, right? They're either rebalancing or they're seeking liquidity. What is inducement? It's a liquidity grab, right? So we can confirm this. So now as we sit here, now do we know, right? Where's the PDA here? Where's the last break of structure? Well, here's the last low. Oh, shit. I'd actually go back one just to keep it simple. All right, let's go back to the lowest low prior to the break of structure. All right, so here, now I got a new PDA. Ooh. All right, so now I've got this structure here on a 4 hour. It's like, oh, maybe, I don't know. Well, so now, what now we do? Like, hey, wait a minute, you just tell me not, what, okay, so what's the Elliott count, right? Can I use the Elliott count to help me here? Or do I have to do this? Oh, well, that's the lowest low here, so I got to wait for it to come back. Well, again, how aggressive do you want to be? That's a perfectly valid premium discount array. Perfectly valid. Right, here's the low that did its job, that broke the structure, right? So here's the last low. That's the strong low. This is question mark, right? Well, now we can confirm it since we've swept that low. So this is the high, this is the low, right here in this range on a 4 hour. If I go to a 15-minute, I'm going to have a different PDA. Right? It's a focal point in the new content that I'm creating for you, just to keep people from doing that. Just stay focused. Okay, wait a minute. I can't buy it yet. Fuck, I wanted to buy it. It's not in the discount. You can bitch about it, right? Or you can thank me a year from now. Okay, guys, that's all I got, I think. That's all I got. We covered ETH? Yeah, we're good. Okay, well, all right, so just a reminder. Oh, shit, all right, we got a holiday. Are we doing? I think we're doing some sort of holiday promo. We probably will. For the holidays, right? So any of you that are interested in the belt system or getting in our Discord, we always do some nice holiday discounting so that you can look forward to that. You can always join us for free. Right? I always remind people, just come in free. Don't ever take my word for it or any of the senseis. They can't give you an objective opinion. Of course they think it's good. Ask the other members. What's it like in there? Are these guys helping you out? Are you learning anything? Blah, 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 right? Don't take my word for it. Of course I think it's good. What do the other members think? Right? How many are renewing, right? How many stick around? God, I've got people who've been in here for 4 years, I think, with some of our older sons. They don't stick around because of me. They stick around because of the community. Okay, guys, that's all I got. Very excited for GRT. Any bullets? Yeah. Oh, shit. What am I doing on time? Do I have time? All right. I'll do it for you, Eduardo Rue, because I know, well, one, I've got a shitload of this, too. And one of my senseis, right, is very, very, very bullish. James M. is a big bull here. Fuck. Let's go, we're going to get, oh shit, we'll go to BitGet here. All right, still a sponsor. This is what I'm supposed to say, links below. Okay, so what can we see here? Right here, I'm going to wrap up on this. All right, so let's just be methodical. Okay, well, here's my premium discount array. Right, we can just look at here. There's an 8 hour, and that'll work. Could you buy it in the discount? Do you want to buy it now? Well, you have to make that decision, right? But I mean, here, just objectively, there's no dispute about whether we're in the premium or the discount, right? But that's not in dispute. So, okay, so is this lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high? What so here this is likely just liquidity right here, right? What just happened there? That would be liquidity, right? So grab Y, right? Because there's a breakout trader right there. So these are this is bait, right? This is bait so that somebody will take that on the breakout, right? Oh, it's going to sweep that. Oh, it should go. That's all that is. It's just liquidity bait, right? What is the algo doing? Looking for liquidity or to rebalance. There's nothing to rebalance here. Now up here, there's something to rebalance. But right there, that's the liquidity grab. Where's the buy? Right now, I know, right? You look and you go, well, oh yeah, of course, buy it down here. Well, would you have known? Well, perhaps not, right? And you didn't you don't have much of a 2 there. Let's go down to a 1 hour. It's going to have to go back a little bit. Shit, I can't even get there on a 2. I can't squeeze it. Well, here's the range you're in. That's not in dispute. Boy, where's your 2, right? You get very, very, very tough to say, oh, well, here's one you're going to miss, right? If you're following what I'm teaching you, right? You didn't get that. No 2. So you're going to miss that, right? I would have missed that, well, not that I'm, Johnny Joe Trader, but I've just been doing this for a long time. But I would have been looking for the 2 there. Is that the 2? Is that the 2? Tough one, right? So, oh fuck, no 2, 3, 4. So, well, here's a good example where I can look at this and is that an impulse? It's not a great looking one. So then you kind of look at it and you have to go, okay, well, what's being implied? Is there something being implied here? Is there? Well, that doesn't look like an impulse. I mean, it's a rocket launch, but it doesn't look like it's not a clean 5. It's not a impulse. Well, this price action is impulsive, but we're not getting what we'd like to see. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not what we get, right? The market's not always going to give it to you, right? Elliott can be elusive, right? Now, is there a count here that we can get? Yes, but is it useful to us? No. I don't fucking care what that is. It's not something that I want to trade because I don't have a clean 5. And okay, what is this? WXYXZ? Okay, right. I can't, there's not enough for me to go, oh, that looks great. Oh, do we even have here's a little order block here, a little swing down, right? That looks like that gets tapped. This might be 786, right? It's a tricky one. Tricky. Okay, liquidity grab. Well, I don't want to buy it here. So where's the obvious target of where this algo is going to be looking? So what is that? Liquidity, right? It's the same thing. More liquidity. All right, we got a long way to go to get to the high. There'd be more here, right? It's the same thing every time, right? So we got all of this here. Oh, well, untapped. So what is it going to run into? Oh, I don't have full history here, I think, on BitCat. Oh, interesting. Can this be 1, 2? Well, that's a tricky one. One thing I can look at and say for sure is whatever this, if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, if this is the 1, okay, give me this. I might be more interested because then I can just look at this and go, oh, okay, accumulation, cause, effect. So then I can say, oh, well, this is a clusterfuck. It's not even worth my time to label it, but I can do this. If. So I can look at this and say, oh, that looks like a nice little range, right? So what about this? Oh, can I buy in the discount here? Whoa. See how you start putting all of it together. And it's not always like, oh, fuck, if there's not a clear 5, oh, fuck, I can't trade it. Well, what is here that I can work with? Right? Always, right, we got to check where Al is. What did Al do last? Well, there's nothing, really glaring here. Looks like that would have been broken. So, right, with this side, oh, son of a bitch. Here, look at me. Jesus. Oh, yeah, it's broken. But do we have a close? Doesn't look like. Nope, we do not. Right? It's just, wait, here's the highest close right on the 65. Is that? I can't make this shit up. Can't do it. Here's if I'm on that low, on this low, am I right on it? It's just a little wiki, right? So now we look here and go, why does it stop there? Well, so here, this is what a perfect, beautiful example, right? So I've got the bait here, the liquidity bait at the golden zone. That should not surprise anyone that we get a little reaction there. Now, do we get this? I sure hope so. I'd like to buy some more, but again, all right, so who can have that discipline? So what do? You put in alert. Oh, fuck. Here. Okay. It comes down here. Here's my little alert. If it comes down here, I'm buying more. What do I think is happening here? Accumulate, accumulate, accumulate to produce the effect of all of that accumulation. Okay, guys, that's all I got. Okay, I'm glad I got that for you, Eduardo, Trader B. Eddie, discount coupon for Footprint, Trader B. So you're talking about over on the indicator side. Oh, we'll have an holiday promo going on. I think it starts tomorrow, come to think of it. I think maybe for both these guys. Trader B, I think you're talking about the Footprint. For you, Ninja or Sierra, either one, right? Yeah, we'll have some discounts on those. holiday promotion. We like to do that, right? So look for those. I think they go out tomorrow. Okay, guys, that's all I got. Have a great afternoon. I always hope that you guys get something from this, right? I enjoy these. I'd rather do just these rather than the thing I do on Friday. But anyway, I'll look at that. Okay, guys, have a